What story do you really want to tell, but no one has asked the right question for you to bring it up? A few years ago, I stopped at a post office in one of those towns that claims it would be the murder capital of America if anyone actually knew it existed. In the parking lot, I was approached by a seemingly sane man who, without much context, gave me a copy of a book he'd written. I saw he had stacks of this book in the back of his old Camry, so I figured he was just excited to share his work with everyone who came to the post office parking lot that day. The book was called Code 205 Part 1, It's Not Just a Code But Also a Way of Life by Grimy Jones. That is not an exaggeration, you can look it up. It was published by an organization that helps inmates self-publish books while incarcerated. The About the Author section, across from a full-page advertisement for his friend's rap/hip-hop mixtape, had a nice picture of old Grimy and a description of his ambition to inspire others and make his family and friends proud through his writing. Staring at this incredible book, I felt a wave of humility. I, too, desperately dreamed of becoming a writer but struggled to motivate myself to sit down and get the job done. But here was a man who, against all adversity in his life, had finished a book and achieved his dream. Even in prison, he bettered himself for the sake of his loved ones. It was as if God himself had brought Grimy to me as a divine sign of the crossroads I had reached in my life. The book was a symbol for the choice laid before me, where I could choose to push myself toward my and Grimy's goal, or continue to cower behind excuses and self-doubt. With it in my hands, my passion burned and my hope soared. I felt I owed it to Grimy to finish his book, regardless of the quality, and then begin my own writer's journey. Upon actually reading it, I discovered that Grimy had written more or less a series of disturbing, pornographic vignettes in his own personal brand of English. The titular Code 205 is apparently a prison code for an inmate engaging in high-risk sexual acts, such the slightly autobiographic main character making the bald man cry to the female corrections officers. According to Grimy, these actions are offensive because it makes the female officers feel sad about how inadequate their boyfriends and husbands are when they see some nice prison meat. I gave the book a real effort, got to the part where the released main character deployed in a McDonald's fryer after receiving a gummy kiss from a grandma with her dentures out, and promptly threw the book in the trash.